Namaste, I'm Shilpa Mehta. Today's topic is psychology. Western psychology as well as yoga psychology. Western psychology is around 100 to 150 years old, whereas yoga psychology is as old as human mind. It is mentioned in Veds, in Upanishads and all the other scriptures. In fact, yoga does not treat man as just physical but a complete man by understanding his behavior pattern. Why is certain behavior taking place? What is the attitude behind it? What are the thoughts behind it? So all those were studied in details by yogis. And then they came out with different types of practices. One of the practices which is not just related to physical path but to bhakti, means they'd gone so deep that even in bhakti, even in devotion, how do you do bhakti? How do you feel for the God? Feelings for God also were very important. So with that, keeping that psychology in mind, yogis devised Navavidha Bhakti. Nava means 9, Vidha is different types. That means there is vividness depending on your personality type, and bhakti, that is devotion. So depending on what you are comfortable with, nothing is forced upon you. They have devised this. So the first one of the Navavidha Bhakti is known as Shravanam. Shravan basically means to listen. So if you are a good listener, that means you are into that particular type of bhakti. And one of the best examples of Shravanam is Sukhi Maharaj, who just by listening attained liberation. Kirtanam. Kirtan is a very common word used all over, even as bhajans. That means you are singing the praises of Bhagwan, of God. That is best suited for people who like to express themselves through words. And the best example of Kirtan is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Even Narad Muni, who always used to chant Bhagwan's name. The third one, that is known as Smaranam. Now Smaranam requires a lot of meditative state of mind, wherein you are all the time rotating God's name or any jap or any mantra in your mind. And that is only for those who are involved into bhakti completely. Example, Bhakta Prahlad. After that comes Padasevanam. Padasevanam, basically Pada means feet and Sevan means seva. And the best example here is of Mata Lakshmi, who used to always be at Kamal Charan of Vishnuji. That means serving Bhagwan Vishnu at his feet. Archanam is one of the most common ways that bhakti is done by people. It has a good amount of rituals, like you are doing aarti, ringing the bell, so it keeps your mind with you rather than wandering elsewhere. One of the best examples here is Vallabhacharya and all the followers of Vallabhacharya and many other acharyas. Now Vandanam and Archanam may seem very close because Vandanam again is paying obeisance, giving respect to God, which is a part of Archanam also. But one very simple difference here is that here the person has evolved a bit and is completely and totally in understanding that yes, God is there as an almighty everywhere, and I respect that. I will not do worship just for the sake of controlling my mind but going beyond it. One of the best examples here is Akura from Mahabharata. The next one is Dasyam. Now Dasyam basically is generally understood as slavery, but no such concept exists in yoga where you talk about slavery except coming out from the slavery of the mind, which is at most important and which is the goal of yoga. But here when you're talking about Dasyam, that means you trust God, you trust Bhagwan so much that you want to follow him everywhere. You want to be in his footsteps because of the virtues, not because of anything else. And the best example for that kind of bhakti is Hanumanji. Sakhyam means worshipping God as a friend. Now here, friend doesn't mean hi buddy, how are you? It is the attitude of friendliness. That means you are completely trusting Bhagwan. And the best example here is Arjun with Shri Krishna. The next one is Atmanivedanam. And here the best example cannot be anybody but Bhakta Mirabai. When she was offered the pyala of wish, that means the bowl full of poison in milk. She knew there was poison and she prayed to God, but the prayers that she made are worth listening to. She said, God, if I am to live or to die, that should be your decision, but I am partaking of this poisoned milk. You decide for me. I will live my life as decided by you. So these are the 9 forms of bhakti you heard. Do tell me, which kind of bhakti do you follow? Write it in the comments. And do remember to like, share and subscribe the channel. Namaste.